Hey guys, welcome to episode number 17 of Intelligent Wrestling Talk. I am Dan Janoff,
And I'm the Spexy one, Sean Specs.
and if you are new to this show, welcome. This is our weekly wrestling show where we start off with talking about the major points that happened during the week of wrestling, and we give some news, pick our favorite Facebook post of the week, and lastly, and most importantly, we have our Q&A with everyone in our Facebook group. What we do is about 24 to 40 hours before we start recording this, we post a Q&A thread in our Facebook group, and members submit questions, and we answer them during this show. So, with that being said, let's get into our weekly topics of discussion here. Normally, what we do is we go through really long recaps, but we decided to try to simplify this down a bit and only talk about the more important parts. So hopefully, we can get you guys to listen to more of the show. And the first topic of discussion was what happened on Raw. We saw uh, corporate Kane for the first time in the new corporation. I guess this was the one thing the corporation was missing was a big man, and they got it now.
Oh yeah, he's rocking that suit.
Yeah, it
it
really is.
looks really cool. I'm just wondering if they're going to start, whether they're going to. They can't call him Corporate Kane. They've got. I mean, I'm thinking this is going to be, just referred to as like Mr. Jacobs or even just Glenn Jacobs.
Well, I don't know.
Uh, but it's not the first time he's been seen in a suit anyway. There's plenty of videos where he does his like political talks. He's a very well spoken person,
Hmm.
very intelligent,
Yes.
and so it's. I'm guessing the commentators don't watch anything that isn't WWE.
Probably not.
It's like we've never seen him in a suit before. Don't go on YouTube.
Do not search it.
Do not stop looking. May I have your attention, please? Something is about to happen, and just don't go on the internet and look like for a backstory or anything.
If you,
That's yep,
yep. If you go on the internet, stay on www.com. Nowhere else.
yes, and get the app, or we'll kill your children.
Yeah, that app. So many times. And it's
Yep.
funny too because they keep on telling us how to do it every single week, like we never watched them do it before, which is
Yeah,
really strange.
surely. I mean, it keeps unless they have like a million different phones, they keep showing them actually downloading the app, but surely all they're doing is just overwriting the one that's previously done it. And some phones won't even allow you to overwrite stuff. You have to delete the original one, then
Hmm.
re-download it. It won't just, ugh. I'm just glad that TNA don't have an app yet, but oh god, that'll happen soon enough.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, the
Yeah.
closest thing they had was that Jeff Hardy
Oh, that
workout thing that
exercise
they,
thing.
yeah, that they, beat into our heads every week.
And you get the spoon, you put the stuff on the spoon, you get your lighter, and you breathe. Ecstasy sizing.
Ah, alrighty. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah.
Imagine Matt Hardy having one. Getting fat with Matt.
Oh, jeez. This is how you do it, folks.
Hard body Hardy. Old school wrestling fans will get that reference.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, and another interesting thing that happened on Impact, where we would almost see the very end of Aces and Eights. They kind of played it very well to where they looked like they were actually going to split, and Anderson was going to get his shot at Bully Ray, but Aces and Eights actually pulled off quite a bit of a swerve. I certainly didn't see it coming.
No, that was genuinely good. That was almost like I'm sure Vince Russo would have been proud of that.
Yeah.
Him and
Eh,
his famous Russo swerves, but they usually end in about a 12-man run-in, you know.
yeah.
So yeah, he was. I mean, I don't know. I thought that they might have randomly brought like more people to replace like the old members of Aces and Eights. But no, they're just.
Mm.
So I don't know how long this is going to go on for, unless this could be a double swerve.
Mm.
They might try. You know how Bully Ray was trying to get into their good books and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's done that, and then they could just be playing along with it, and then it might end up with Bully Ray getting a title shot, and then they screw him over.
Maybe.
See that happening.
Or possibly, if they build up a match between Bully Ray and Anderson, maybe they'll have a swerve happen there during that match, and they would end up screwing over Bully Ray. That's also
I
that
mean,
could be a possibility.
the worst swerve that they could possibly do is having that Anderson was in on it all along.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah, I did. Did you see the video of him on their YouTube about him preparing to become a dad?
Yeah, that was
Brilliant.
great.
That's the sort of
Yeah.
videos I do. Not that I'm preparing to become a dad or anything, but no, but
Yeah.
those kind of like trippy, kind of surreal videos. Yeah, I mean, I got quite inspired by that actually, because I've
Yeah.
not done anything like that for a while. And the old stuff that I used to do isn't even on my current channel, so I'll have to. So thank you, Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Inspire the madness.
Yeah, and the last, I guess, sort of important thing that happened this week, I guess, was kind of the low light of what happened, because TNA kind of does this thing where they advertise former champions, and then they'll bring back some random guy that you barely even know, or a guy like they brought this week, like Pac-Man Jones. Everybody thought, maybe Jeff Jarrett, maybe somebody else, but no, it's a
Yeah,
football player in Pac-Man Jones.
exactly. And I think everyone was chanting, or maybe not chanting, but I saw a few signs that were definitely favouriting Jeff Jarrett return.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think your company's screwed when people actually want to see Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed that every time he comes back, it's always like yay, but then after a few weeks, people are sick of him again.
Yeah.
Because he is essentially TNA's Triple H, really.
Yeah. It definitely seems that way.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure what his current backstage status is, I guess, with TNA, because I know he's lost his position, or at least a lot of what he did.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I hope he does come back soon.
Yeah, that'll be nice to see.
Because it's just yeah, exactly, and I'm just glad that it's actually I don't know. I was trying to think because you know how he was supposed to be. I mean, all the rumors and whatnot
Yeah.
about him being behind Aces and Eights.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
thought that would have been interesting, maybe to sort of revive that instead of what they did. Even
Yeah.
though it wasn't that bad, but
No, but the problem is they've already done that with him being behind the Kings of Wrestling.
yeah, that's a good
Uh,
point.
yeah. Well, see, I think this is the sort of thing that we want to encourage. I mean, we can't do this show live, obviously, because it'll cost
No.
money. Um,
Yeah.
but this is the sort of thing we definitely want to hear you listeners' feedback on, like thoughts on
Oh,
Jeff Jarrett, and
absolutely.
you know, if he should return soon, whether his return will be as beneficial to TNA as Vince McMahon's will be for WWE.
Yeah.
That's going to be a confusing thing, though, Vince McMahon returning, because he
Yeah.
set all this thing up, and
Hmm.
now he's coming to obviously fix it, change it, possibly end it.
Yeah.
People still want Shane, but there's no chance Shane will come back because
Yeah, I think he's officially done, isn't he?
he is done, yeah, officially done. Uh, yeah, he's doing his own thing, and from what I heard, he's doing all right for himself.
Yeah.
Oh, I say that as if I got loads of contacts. Yeah, talking to Shane the other day, he was like, "I'm very happy doing what I'm doing."
Sean Specs reporting live.
Yes. From outside Shane McMahon's bedroom window, I have to be very quiet. Hey, look, his wife Marissa's getting unchanged. Hello.
Uh-oh.
Giggity, giggity, giggity. All right.
All right, and the little last bit of stuff to talk about before we get into the news. I thought it would be fun for as long as Dean Ambrose is champion to have like a little count meter of how long he has been champion. And as of this show, he's been champion for 175 days, which is the eighth longest since WWE took over the United States title. And if he holds the title after Raw, which I'm guessing he will surpass Daniel Bryan, and he will be up to number 7. And then not too long after that is Dolph Ziggler at 182. So he's definitely climbing up there as being one of the longer reigning United States champions.
I didn't realize Ziggler had had it that long.
Yeah. Yeah, he won it, let me see, June 19th, 2011, and I guess he held it for a while. Didn't he? I think that's when he lost it to Zack Ryder.
Yes, he did. I think the longest reign for that title, I think, is Lex Luger.
Yeah, yeah, I
Um,
think you're right.
523 days.
Yep. And the
Yes.
and the longest reign under the WWE brand would be MVP. He had the title for 343 days.
Yes, he did. We know what we're
So,
talking about.
yep. And I have it all I have it all in front of me just to be sure.
Yes, so do I. The thing, if Michelle was hosting this, she'd be like, just, giving off facts. Michelle's one of our members, so for new members who don't know who this Michelle is, we keep talking about. She's a very prestige member of our little group.
Yeah, she is.
She pretty much knows everything.
Yeah.
In fact, anyone I think she actually created Wikipedia.
I would be surprised.
Yes. Who's been your favourite US champion? I've all like, who's who's had the reign that's interested you the most?
In WWE,
All
all
everything,
of. Oh wow.
even going right back to NWA.
Oh, that's a tough one. I know. I'm pretty sure Sting held it on a few different occasions. I think it was only two. I want to say. Um, I don't know. There's not really any reign that really sticks out in my mind. I just remember them being champion. Maybe when Rick Rude had it.
That's it. I mean, I enjoyed it when Steve Austin had it.
Yeah,
He made a really good champion, and they actually let him, I guess, get a lot more used to sort of doing his promos and whatnot. He's always been a really good speaker.
yeah,
It's strange because you look when he was part of the Hollywood Blondes, and I mean, like the like the major heel version
yeah,
when he had his blonde hair and stuff, and you can just see, like, I don't know, very kind of Chris Jericho-ness
yeah,
just by how he carries himself and whatnot. Yeah. Um, bit of random trivia here as
yeah.
well. There has been 132 United States champions.
Wow.
Indeed. The very first one was Harley Race, who held it for 183 days, starting January 1st, 1975.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that old.
Very old. Uh, Funnily enough, the ninth US champion was Ric Flair.
Yeah.
He won that in July 29th, 1977.
Yeah, I think he's won that title a few times as well.
Yeah.
So like 4 or 5, something like that.
Something like that. But I mean, it's a really sort of star-studded list of names here.
Yeah, it really is. You got Sergeant Slaughter on here.
Yeah.
You have Greg
Vacated's won it a
Valentine.
lot as well.
Yeah.
I guess that's
Vacated's winning
abeyance for you.
everything. Yeah.
Abeyance.
He's won it again.
Oh, abeyance. The greatest wrestler ever. He's such a good champion that he just lets other people fight for the belt. And he goes,
Yeah.
yes, you've earned this. Take it. I'm going to go sit in a corner somewhere and stare at women.
That is awfully nice of him.
Yes, yes, it is. He's just that kind of a cool cat.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
You also see got Bret Hart on here, Piper, Jimmy Snuka, Ricky Steamboat, Barry Windham. A lot of big names here.
It's really funny because as the list goes on, the sort of name power just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. I mean,
Yeah.
you got like Kurt Angle, who's like, fantastic and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but then you've got like sort of around there, you've got General Rection and Rick Steiner, John Cena,
I
God,
forgot Rick Steiner on that title.
Orlando Jordan, who wasn't that bad,
No.
but yeah,
I got
and then the Miz ruins the list completely.
Yeah, when did he won it? Let me see.
He won it from Kofi Kingston.
Oh, okay, I see.
But the Miz held it for like 224 days.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was that long. Anyway, I think that's enough on the US title. Otherwise, we'll just talk forever on the US title. It's a really cool title, though. I do prefer the European one, but the US one's obviously got a far bigger history to it.
Yeah, definitely agree with that.
We want the European one. Yeah, we had Midian had that title. Yeah. Shane McMahon had the title. X-Pac had the title.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. D'Lo Brown.
Yeah, I remember that.
God.
All
Back
right,
when titles actually meant something.
Yeah, not really so much anymore, but Dean Ambrose is definitely bringing some prestige back to it.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, Ric Flair is ranked number 2. 5 reigns as champion, but he held it for a combined 636 days.
Wow, that's a crazy amount.
So actually, Dean Ambrose is with just one reign. He's actually in number 30.
Wow.
Out of what is this, 78? But yeah.
Yeah.
This is the show, ladies and gentlemen, where we just talk about the US title.
Mm-hmm.
It's a point of interest. I guess this is like a brand new segment. Like 1 week we'll pick a point of interest and then just ramble on about it forever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just thought it would be fun to talk about considering
Yeah.
how long he's had it. Maybe I know AJ has had her title for a long time. Maybe when she gets further up there, maybe we'll have a little segment for that as well. But and that'll do it for that.
I just want to say one thing though.
What's that?
David Flair and Zack Ryder both held the US title longer than Kurt Angle.
Wow. Wow.
Yep. The shortest reign is for Raven, who held it for 1 day.
Only 1 day. I can't
Even
even
Michael
remember
Ayers
that.
held it for 15 days.
That is insane.
Yeah. At the bottom of the list, good company. Got like Steve McMichael, Shane Douglas. Yeah.
One-man gang. Look at him.
Yeah. All right. If it's David Flair, bloody hell.
Yeah. All right. Before we continue going any further into U.S. title history, let's get into some news for the week.
Yes, I have 4 stories. It's all. I mean, both me and Dan have had like a busy weekend, so we haven't had time to do a huge amount. But basically, the biggest story of the week is WWE firing Chris Hero for whatever reason. I can only assume it's how he isn't exactly a team player when it comes to authority. He's got a bad rep with a lot of indie companies
Yeah.
for his attitude and whatnot. He's already got bookings for his return to the Indies anyway. He's going to face Hurricane Helms at Pro Wrestling Syndicate on November 16th in New Jersey, and he'll also be working in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla in December.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're in New Jersey area, go see Chris Hero. And then take pictures because I'm curious to see whether he keeps his beard.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Maybe, do you think maybe he'll make his way back to ROH?
Possibly. I think, like I say, I mean, with him having such a dodgy reputation,
Yeah.
I think he'll have to start small and then go. I mean, once
Yeah.
he's done with Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, he probably will be back in Ring of H,
Ring of Age.
Ring of Helicopter, Ring of Heroin. Anyway, yeah, he probably will end up back in there at some point.
Yeah.
It's just a shame you won't have Claudio there.
Yeah.
I think the wrestling world will die if WWE ever fire him.
Oh, yeah. Especially considering what he's been doing lately.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a picture of him swinging Bowser as well, so that he's obviously making his way around the world.
Yeah, he really is.
I'm sure I've seen someone else like who used to do the big swinging Bowser in like a little GIF or something, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's always fun to swing Bowser.
And it is.
And speaking of video games, it's suspiciously accurate to my next bit of news. For those wanting to experience something very annoying on WWE 2K14, try having a core versus core match and then get ready to hear no one get announced as they go to the ring.
Huh.
Yeah, the bell goes and Justin just does not say a word.
That's a weird glitch.
In fact, the only time I've heard him mention the cause is when they've won.
Wow. That is a really weird glitch.
Yeah, it's just this. I mean, custom logos only seem to show up in entrances during Story Designer as well in the custom arenas. And there's just loads of other things that need like a major patch. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, none of it's game breaking, and very rarely will there be a game breaking one. But there's just a lot that needs fixing.
Yeah.
I mean, at least they don't have that weird glitch where if you win a title in a cage, the belt goes up their ass. I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, that was a bit ridiculously hilarious.
Yeah.
And third bit of news, Bully Ray invaded House of Hardcore this week, attacking Tommy Dreamer and Terry Funk. Did you hear about this?
Yes, I did. That was
Yeah.
very interesting.
He said that Tommy's his best friend and he was insulted that he wasn't invited to be part of the show, and he was hitting them both with his chain. He then revealed that the next TNA pay-per-view, One Night Stand pay-per-view, will be called Old School, and he challenged Dreamer to a Falls Count Anywhere street fight on the show. So look for Tommy Dreamer returning to TNA soon for that.
Very interesting.
I guess a bit of sort of a random kind of unexpected news, almost rushed for WWE, but you know what they're like for rushing stuff, is The Miz apparently turned heel at a recent WWE live event in Belfast. He's currently been booked to work as a heel on the European tour, which I will be at soon.
Yeah, he's much better off. He's much better off as a heel than a face. I never really liked him as a good guy.
Nah, it's just I don't know. His attitude. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I always thought it was kind of like Randy Orton with his attitude. It always seemed to fit more as a heel to me.
Oh yeah, because that's just he's a natural prick. So
yeah.
But the thing is, Miz isn't. It's bizarre. He's like a genuinely nice guy, but he just cannot pull it off on, like as a character. It just doesn't work. I mean, he's always been cocky. You've seen him in the real world. He's like, But yeah, weird thing is that he's apparently gonna, from what I read, like rumors and stuff, or the way it's gonna be booked, like well, I see where he's currently in WWE on TV and stuff. I think they're going to keep him as a babyface on TV, but have him as a heel at house shows.
That's weird.
So I don't know. I mean, his last few bits of like, I guess not backstage assault. You know what I mean? Like the backstage, the post show.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's been just keeps saying that no one cares what he thinks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's definitely heading somewhere. I just wish that Alex Riley was on TV. Oh, poor Alex Riley.
That would be nice.
Well, no, well, he is on TV. I'll give him that. He is on TV. He's just not wrestling on TV. And he keeps hinting about it in NXT.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
So
I wonder if they're actually planning on having him return.
Hope so. It'd be good. He's very underrated.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Former FCW heavyweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all the news I have for this week.
All right. Now, before we get into Q&A, we have a Facebook post of the week to get to.
Yes. Last week, unfortunately, there was nothing that fit our high standard of looking.
Yeah.
But this week, beyond hilarious. Obviously, they can't take credit of making it, but Mr. Santino Martinez, your Facebook put your Dean Ambrose getting women pregnant was just hilarious. I think you had the entire group laughing their heads off.
It's just great because you see in the picture the different facial expressions that he has, and you can almost see him saying that, doing all these things.
Yeah, and if he did say that, it'd sound a little something like this. I can make bitches pregnant just by looking at them. Watch this. Hey, baby, how you doing? And then she's like, Bloom! Oh my God, I'm pregnant! And then he's like, yeah, still got it. And then somewhere in the distance, he's like, oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, and I also liked Hector's comment where it shows Dean Ambrose saying like a boss.
Like a boss.
Oh, it makes me laugh every time I see it.
I can't look at it and just not laugh. It's just
endless entertainment.
Yeah. I need to stop looking at it. I'm just going to be laughing my head off the entire time.
Oh, well, thank you, Santino Martinez, for bringing us.
And I keep really saying Santino Marella as well. But
yeah, I kind of want to do the same.
I am not a part of your group.
All right, so we can stop laughing our heads off here. I guess.
I've just seen a minimized picture of it. Where have my notes gone? There they are. Back to serious business.
Yeah, let's get into the Q&A.
Hey girl, hump.
Yeah. Our first question is from Michelle, who asks, what do you think the biggest swerve would be in today's wrestling world?
That if TNA was actually really owned by Vince McMahon all along.
It was me all along.
I'm Dixie Carter.
That would be really creepy to see him pull off Dixie's mask. Most elaborate makeover ever.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. What else? See, that was the only one that I really thought of being like the biggest.
Yeah, I can't really see anything else being much bigger.
John Cena revealing that he is actually a world-class wrestler, and then just starts putting on like 1 billion star matches.
That would be swerve.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else.
No,
I mean, the TNA one is the one that I think could definitely make the biggest effect all over the world.
That would be pretty crazy.
It's like, AJ Styles was working for Vince all along.
It's a very interesting development.
Yes. If they were police, it would be an arrested development.
Oh.
No, it wouldn't. It'd be no, if they were criminals. It'd be...
Uh,
Anyway,
all right, let's move on. Next question from Silva, who says, "Hey, remember that CM Punk pizza? It sounded gross. What kind of ingredients would be on a Dean Ambrose pizza? And as a bonus DLC add-on question, what would a Caitlyn pizza be?"
a Dean Ambrose pizza would be a pregnancy test.
Oh, especially after that picture.
Yeah. I think it'd be kind of. I think Dean Ambrose, it'd be like. I can imagine having like a few like jalapenos, possibly
Yeah.
some pepperoni, almost like a big sizzler. I think because Domino's have like a big sizzler. I'm not sure if they have it there.
I
Or
think
is it
so.
Pizza Hut that has a big sizzler? Somewhere has a big sizzler, which
Maybe.
basically it's kind of a mixture of like spiciness and meatiness.
I
So
want to say Pizza Hut, but I'm probably wrong. I'm not
I
even
don't
sure.
know. But yeah, so something like that, and then but with like a glass of milk next to it as well, and then like I
Yeah.
said, just a pregnancy test, just not done in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for Caitlin, I think it'll be kind of a sweet, kind of like a pineapple, sweet corn,
Yeah.
but then um, maybe some like bolognese sauce as well, like
Interesting.
sweet but a bit of a tang,
Yeah.
spice. Yeah, maybe some meatballs.
That might actually be good.
If I hadn't already had pizza today, I'd be very hungry right now. Yeah, I think I'll eat some Caitlin.
All right, let's move on. Next
Hey
question.
girl, you want a slice of my pizza?
Bam, pregnant. Oh my god, I'm pregnant.
Bam!
All right, so let's get back in questions here. Next one is from I want to say Pavan. I think that's right. Thoughts on Cena since he's a return? He's received nice pops. He's performed 3 new moves on Raw. That's
I didn't notice any new moves.
neither did I. He's delivering stellar matches. Is Cena finally becoming a fan favorite? No, certainly not amongst the group.
No, I mean stellar matches, really? I've just seen the same old crap, really. I mean, his match with Ryback was good, but that's, I mean, then neither person are like 5-star match
No,
quality, really. So no, it's same old Cena. There's nothing
yeah,
remotely special about him since he's returned, other than that he just seems really arrogant.
yeah, he kind of, yeah, definitely agree with that. I was going to say something else, but yeah, you made a good point.
Yeah. And that's all I got to say about that.
All right, next question is from Kenneth, who asks, "What are your thoughts on corporate Kane slash Glenn Jacobs?" Yeah, I think we kind of went into that a little bit. I don't know how much more we can say about it.
I think the only thing I can really add to what we've said previously is I'm just wondering if he's going to grow his hair back.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, that's it. That's my only comment that we haven't sort of covered already. I just hope he isn't called Corporate Kane.
Yeah,
That's
me
as bad as
too.
being called the Christmas Monster. What he was called like in Memphis.
Oh yeah,
Where it was just this big monster Christmas tree thing.
yeah.
Which is every time I see that, I always think of Doctor Who. The episode where, in fact, I think it was Tennant's first episode where they had the spinning Christmas trees.
Oh yeah, that was the first Christmas special he was a part
First
of.
one, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, no, we'll see about that. It's too early to tell, but I think I like it
Yeah, me too.
because then it's. I mean, have you seen the Triple H interview where he's talking to Michael Cole about why Kane sided with him and stuff?
Yeah, I
And
saw
it
that.
says there's a lot more to him than the monster you think you know, which I guess is kind of it's bringing a part of his real real life things. Like I say, with him being like almost a politician esque.
Yeah,
Probably not as biased as Sean Morley is.
yeah.
He's very sort of, the bad kind of politician. But yeah, I could see Kane like running for some sort of parliament thing. That'd be interesting. So I mean, if they can bring his knowledge of like politics and stuff into whatever they're doing with him now, I think that's going to make a very interesting change.
Yeah, I'd love
And
to see that.
and just shows that you can, no matter how long a character's been there, you can change them, and if it works, it works. Which is, it's kind of weird because people say, "Oh, Santino's been there too long to change, to be serious." No, anyone can.
Yeah,
You know, it's
yeah,
just a
definitely.
matter of if they can pull it off or not.
Yeah,
The best characters run from a real life experience. So
yeah,
we all
I
know
agree
that
with that.
Santino's not really Italian; he's Canadian, which is why he returned when they were in Canada.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'd say give Glenn a chance and see what he does.
yeah, agreed.
Not that he said not to give him a chance. It's like I said, it's too early to really form a massive opinion because he's not done enough.
Yeah,
So if you know his background, then yeah, use that as kind of a foundation.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm looking forward to see where it goes.
yeah, definitely
Yeah.
agree with that. And moving on, we seem to have the rest of the questions, a whole bunch from Hector here. I have about,
I
looks
think
like
Michelle
five.
told him to shut up at some point, didn't she?
Yeah, I think it ended. She ended it with says, "That's just overkill."
Yeah.
But
All right,
yeah.
let's plow through them.
Alrighty, the first question he has for us: what was the most historic title change in the last 10 years?
Right, 10 years. See,
Hmm.
time's going so quick, so I actually have to remember how long 10 years ago was.
Yeah.
2003.
Hmm.
So within the last, the one I think I loved the most was Ziggler winning the world title.
Yeah.
Um, no, what or Ambrose winning the US title?
Hmm.
Does
And
he?
two.
Is he specifically saying a specific title or any title?
No, it just says the most historic title, so it sounds like any title.
Yeah, historic. Well, the ones that have meant the most to me are Ziggler and Ambrose, really.
Yeah, and I also liked when they had Brian cash in on the Big Show.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That one's
can't
my
forget that
favorite.
one, yeah. Aye.
All right. Next question. What was the most unexpected debut slash return of the last 10 years?
Um, hmm.
I actually think I skipped one of his, but I can always go back to that one.
I'm not sure. Everything just seems to have been a bit too predictable.
Yeah, and especially with the internet now, with everybody knowing weeks beforehand who's going to return.
The last genuine surprised return for me was probably Jericho at the Rumble. That
Yeah, I
might
can't
have even
really.
been the year previous, though,
Yeah,
when he came in number one or two, possibly two.
I think it was too. Yeah, I think that was when he was. I think he was feuding with Ziggler at the time, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I think they came out 1 and 2. I could be
That's
entirely wrong on
yeah.
that, but
There's with if they're playing like vignettes and stuff, that kind of kills the surprise. So
yeah,
I know what the next big one will be. It'll probably be Hogan.
yeah,
Oh, I mean, there's rumors about Ultimate Warrior as well making an appearance, but
yeah. With especially with his involvement in the new WWE game.
mm, I can't see Undertaker really. I mean, he will obviously
No,
return at some point, but right now it's just kind of, oh yeah, here he is. Hello,
yeah,
hello, Mark.
it's not really too much of a surprise anymore.
Nah, just take your time, walk to the ring. Go on. Well, at least you're walking faster than Orton.
Yes,
Yeah.
we probably have two commercial breaks before he decides to
Have
make
a
his way to the ring.
race. They should just have a race. Just him and
Hmm.
Orton just walking to the ring, see who gets there. God.
Or have them like sit next to a tortoise and have them both walk to the ring and see who gets there first.
Yeah.
My money's on the tortoise.
Or Carly.
Or Kali, yeah. He
Oh,
goes pretty slow too.
indeed.
All
But
right,
ironically, faster than those two.
yeah, yeah. All right, let me go back to the question I just.
I have a random fact about going to the ring as well.
What's that?
Do you know who currently holds the record, like an unofficial record, of
Mhm.
getting from the ramp to the ring?
Hmm.
Paul London.
Oh yeah, because he used to run to the ring.
So did Brian Kendrick. So did Ultimate Warrior. But
Yeah,
Paul London's actually, I think he did it in about 3 seconds,
yeah, yeah. That sounds right.
possibly, maybe even less. So, I mean, obviously it depends on what arena they're in and how big the ramp is, and
Yeah.
yeah. You remember the WrestleMania arena, the where the ramp's just ridiculously long.
Mm-hmm.
I like to see him do that. It'd be funny. I don't know. I think Paul London, they kind of wasted him a bit. I mean, I guess he's another one that has like backstage, issues and stuff with management. But I think they could have used him a bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, him and Kendrick were one of my favorite tag teams.
Yeah.
And I'd watched, and they tagged together quite a lot in the past. Obviously, like in Dragon Gate and um, even in Japan, and
Yeah, that's true.
so I mean, seeing them actually, teaming in WWE and being acknowledged at all the past history and stuff was great. But I guess Kendrick kind of wrote his own tomb, so to speak, when he was just constantly off his face.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go, Paul London, Mr. Speedy Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm. And let's back to the question I skipped here. If you had to choose between giving the WWE title to either Daniel Bryan or Dolph Ziggler and firing the one you didn't give the title to, who would you give the title to, and who would be future endeavored? Oof, it's a tough question.
Has he changed that one? Because there
Yeah,
was one that was push, like
if I
fire and
yeah, but he adds CM Punk to that one.
right. Well, they're essentially the same question then.
Yeah, so we can just answer those two in one.
Yeah. So who were the first two? Daniel Bryan and
The first two were Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, and just for the question below the last one, we'll add CM Punk to that one.
see, that's really tough.
Yeah.
Um, mm,
I always hate questions like these because they always pick the wrestlers who are my favorites. And
yeah. See, unfortunately, I mean, if we like, I guess if we left it up to Vince McMahon,
mm,
he'd fire Ziggler.
yeah, probably because he's kind of
Unf-
doing the least right now.
I mean, unfortunately, out of those three, Punk and Bryan would always be like number one and two choice.
Hmm.
As much as I love to watch Ziggler, that people probably pay more to see Bryan and Punk than Ziggler.
Yeah.
So let's just say how many answers the third one as well. Fire Ziggler. Um,
Yeah.
so push and I guess give a title to push Punk. Give title to Bryan
Hmm.
because I don't think Punk needs a title right
Yeah.
now. Bryan does, I guess.
Yeah. These questions are always difficult to answer.
Yeah. So I mean that's what I'm sticking to.
Yeah.
So just kind of merge those two together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and I guess we got the last question then. When will we get ice cream bars? Probably never.
Um, I don't know. Make some.
Yeah, yeah. Produce them out, put the faces of all the current WWE superstars on there, and
Yeah, people have been doing that for years, making unofficial branded
yeah,
ice cream. It's dead easy. All you do is get like some sort of food colouring.
yeah,
As long as you can vaguely draw, it's fine. Dead easy. So
yeah,
I don't think they'll ever actually sell them properly. If they were gonna, they would have done it by now.
yeah.
They had the
I mean,
perfect opportunity, and the company that makes them either doesn't have any working contract with WWE anymore, or just doesn't make ice cream bars anymore. So,
yeah, I can't even remember who made them.
um, no,
Yeah, I can't think of it. But yeah, that will do it for all the questions for this week. Um, Before we go, we'll just get into a few plugs. Of course, our Facebook group, Intelligent Wrestling Talk. We got chats going on throughout the week, plenty of posts, especially funny ones like the one we mentioned before about Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose.
And of course, the one with Antonio Cesaro swinging Bowser around.
Yeah,
And what else do we got here to plug?
my
I
channel.
yeah, you always got new videos up,
Yeah,
new
I
ideas.
always do. I'm working on a few big ones at the moment, but yeah, anyone who's not already checked out my videos, who isn't a part of the group, the link will be down below. I do a lot of, at the moment. I mean, I never say my channel was strictly wrestling, but at the moment it very much is with all the WWE 2K14 stuff. There's
Hmm.
like random. I got a load of videos to put up on there. Commentaries, all sorts of different games. There's like GTA, a few FIFA ones, I think.
Yeah,
Um, all sorts. Yeah, I mean, if you're just like a gaming fan in general, go check that out. But if you like I don't know, I don't want to say puppet work, but I will be doing some of that soon. It's like random acting scenario geekiness. I find it really hard to plug exactly what my channel is. The only way to find out is just to go have a look
yeah,
and leave some support and subscribe and all that craziness. You'll find some on there that you'll like, whether it's Dean Ambrose noping things or Daniel Bryan yesing things.
yeah,
Um, just general random creativity.
yeah.
A little bit of everything. That's my slogan. And it's youtube.com/generation specs. So go check it out, please.
Yep. And also have another thing too. It's something that I've been forgetting to plug for a while. It's our Twitter page, which is at IWT official. Usually it's me. I'm usually live tweet during Raw or during pay-per-views. Sometimes I'll throw up different random facts on whatever day in wrestling history it is, or just random facts. So yeah, go give us a follow. And that's just about it. We do have also our top tens. I haven't really had too much time to work on the latest one,
Nope.
though it's kind of sort of past since we are past Halloween now. But we will
It was never
hope.
a strictly a Halloween one, though. It was just
Yeah, this is
costumed characters.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So hopefully, sometime in the future, when we both have time, we'll be able to do that.
I have a
But
job now, so it's like time's so rare.
yeah, it really is.
All that moaning of trying to find job. That's another thing you'll find on my channel as well. A few videos I'm just moaning about how hard it is to find a job.
Yeah,
And I have one now, and now I have no time to do anything.
yeah.
So yeah.
And yeah, that's just about it. So that will do it for this week. And I would like to remind you all that there's only one way to talk wrestling
Intelligently, and there's only one way to moan about it.
on the internet.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.